Hi, this is Mike from MKO Electric. Today we're going to be looking at multiple offset runs, in particular rolling offsets. So in a prior video I discussed how to do a rolling offset. If you haven't seen that video, I suggest you check it out. But today we will go over that real quick, how to figure out, how to bend a rolling offset and get it right every time. So right now in this example I have 3 conduits and I have a box, and in this box are 3 openings, and we're looking straight down this pipe right here, or actually straight down all 3 pipes. And likewise with the box, we're looking straight on at the box. So if you just want to calculate one rolling offset, we're going to get rid of these 2 pipes for right now and these 2 holes. So to calculate a rolling offset, what you need to do, you first need to determine the length from the center of your pipe to the center of this hole, how far this pipe has to get, how far it has to move over, to be into the center of this hole. And then the same thing with the height. You got to add the center of this opening to the center of your pipe. That'll give you your height. And then after that, all it is basic Pythagorean theorem. In this example, we'd take the square root of 8 squared plus 8 squared, and that would give us 11.31 inches. So when we have multiple rolling offsets, going to the same box and they're all on the same rack, the problem is that your spacing, we're looking at this right here, you're spacing, the pipe will start running into each other when it's in between the 2 bends. And what we're going to discuss today is how to not do this and instead do this to make it look nice and professional. So let's go back to this page right here. And in case I've lost you, we're going to set this right here, and then it's kind of hard, and then this, so we got this right here, and then that is where our other pipe will come out. So we got it in the center of one, and it's going to the opening right here. All right, so on pipe number 1, we need a 11.3, the space in between here is 11.31 inches. So we're going to use 30-degree bends, and the multiplier on a 30-degree bend is 2. So these are 3/4 pipes, just for example. It wouldn't matter, if it was 1 inch, ½ inch. This is a common conduit in electric. So I'm using 3/4 EMT, and I want to make my first mark at 10 inches. Now, I can make my first mark anywhere I want, but I just decided for this example that we're going to do it at 10. So my first mark from the end of the conduit to right there, I mark on the pipe 10 inches. And then the multiplier of 2 on 30-degree bends times this distance right here gives me 22.62. So from my first mark to my second mark, I need to have 22.62 inches. Now, once we introduce a second pipe and a third pipe to this, this is when it becomes a little bit tricky. So what we got to do when we have multiple pipes rolling all at the same time, we need to know a certain formula. And that formula is this. Tangent of half the angle, which in our case is 30 degrees, so that would be 15 degrees. Half of 30 is 15, times the spacing between the pipes. Our spacing, for this example, is 2.5 inches. From center of this pipe to center of this pipe is 2.5. Likewise, from center of this pipe to center of this pipe is 2.5. Keep the spacing all nice, neat and even. So the tangent of 15 times our spacing gives us 0.66 inches. Now, when you're trying to figure out the tangent, it's really simple. All you got to do is, we all have smartphones. We just click the app for a calculator, and what you do, you just hit the first thing you got to do is you got to hit 15, and then once you hit 15, then you hit the tangent button. And what's going to happen is there's going to be some decibel number that it's going to give you. Then you take that decibel number and you just multiply it by your spacing. So on my first pipe, my first mark is 10 inches. This number we just calculated, this 0.66 inches, we want to add that on our second pipe to our first mark. So 10 plus 0.66 gives you 10.66. That would be our first mark on our second pipe. This number right here, 22.62, the space in between the marks that was on our first pipe, that always remains constant. The only thing that changes when you have multiple offsets or multiple rolling offsets is the first mark. So on pipe number 2, my first mark is going to be at 10.66. I made this at 10. This is 10.66. And then this will be 10.66 plus 0.66. So my mark on my third pipe will give me 11.32. That will be my first mark. And like I said, the number in between marks remains constant for a 30 degree bend with a distance in between the pipes of 11.31. We determined that to be 22.62 inches apart. So let me flip the page right here. By doing what we just did, this is what we accomplished. Pipe number 1, that's at 10. Pipe number 2, see how it's just a little bit greater than that? That's where I added the 0.66 at. Pipe number 3, that has 10 plus 0.66 plus 0.66. So as you go on, if you had a pipe 4, you'd have to have 10 plus 0.66 plus 0.66 plus 0.66, and you just keep repeating it. That's the number, that's the magic number that makes all this happen right here. That number avoids this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to back this up, and I'm going to let you guys take a look at it. If you want to pause it right now, I suggest you do so. But yes, this is what will keep your multiple rolling offsets, keep them spaced evenly, and make your piping run look professional. Thanks for watching.